Right. So hey Jason, this is the PowerPoint setup where I thought the website would be like, or at least the first round. I mean, maybe it's kind of basic or something, but let me know what you think and if stuff's doable, if it's easier to do things a different way. No worries. I'm not too like set on anything, and everything's pretty like changeable. So I thought it'd be cool. This would be the first like the homepage, I guess you could call it. This is where you could sign in with username and password if you wanted to edit. I wanted people to be able to just access the searching if they didn't have a profile, a username or whatever. But if you did want to edit, then I want people to have a username and password so they could log in, and that way some of the screens could change, perhaps. But you can let me know what's easier or what we could do. Any ideas? So on the front, I just wanted people to be able to see symptoms, conditions, and treatments real big, be able to click on them real quick if they, for whatever they want to search on. Depending on which one they clicked on, then it would go to a page that looks similar to this. If they clicked on symptoms, then I wanted this to be like a different color than the other two. And if they clicked on conditions or treatments, then they would be like light green also. So this would be a page, I would say the next page, if someone logged in, because then it has this edit format here. Or we could have this also for people that are searching, because maybe they don't know much about editing, or maybe it would encourage them to get involved in it or something like that. So here's a search engine or a search box. They click on it for symptoms, let's say, and they could type in something. As a type, I wanted like this drop-down box to show up, where it's like just everything, kind of like the Google search style thing. And then these would be symptoms, so they could add them automatically to their personal symptom list. And as I clicked them, then it would go to like something like that. I would just add them down here. And then once they're added down here, I want them to have the option to like be able to like delete them. That's what this mind sign is. So if they clicked it, they like delete it, and then it like disappear. And then like, oh, okay, cool. And as I click on symptoms, I wanted this to be down here. Uh, this would be cool because you can see like real time what your condition could be according to your symptoms. And I want them to be able to click and see what all of their what all the symptoms are for this condition, and see what all the diagnoses are for all the symptoms that they had chosen over here. Um, Next is if they wanted to edit. So if, let's say they clicked here and they said, "Oh, let me edit a symptom," and so then they would click up here, and just in general, I would want them to be able to have to search for the symptom that they want to edit. Maybe they've seen it, they saw it while they were searching or something. It wasn't thorough enough, so they're going to go in here and add it, so it pops up down here so they can edit it. Or if it's not even in here, then they can add a brand new one, new symptom that's not in the database yet. And once they have it here, they can either delete it or edit it. And I thought this could just kind of hold there. Um, saying like maybe if they wanted to edit like 3 different ones, and you have 3 different ones, and then they can edit them. Click on edit as they get to them. And then after they hit edit, then they go to a screen that's similar to this, and this is where you see the symptom. You see like the general info about the symptom, and then you see all the conditions that the symptom has. And this is like a general info box. So somewhere on the website, I want people just to be able to look like an A through Z type of thing, be able to look up symptom info and be able to see this. But in the edit section, then they would see this with these added buttons over here, so they could add general info or add a condition to that symptom, depending on which one they clicked. Then it would go here, and then it would tell them what they're doing. They're symptom editing, adding a condition. This is the symptom they're working with, and then if they're adding a condition, then they would search for the condition that they want to add it to. So, say like this symptom needed to have webinars added to it, so then they can click add, and it'll go down here. Or if there's no condition here that they want to add, then they can add a new condition. And then for every edit, they need to have a reference, so either like a website or a book reference or something like that. And they'll click to submit, and it just says, "Oh, thank you for your submission." You can say for the symptom, blah blah blah, almost like a review of what they added. Say you added to the symptom, this condition with this reference. Thank you. We'll review it and get back to you. And the reason I wanted like the username and password too with their email is so like when they do add a condition or they do stuff like that, then we can send them an email saying, hey, you added this. And then when it gets approved on our side, then we can send another email saying, hey, thank you for your submission. It's been approved. We appreciate your efforts, blah, blah, blah. Just so they can have like kind of some follow up on like what they added and kind of feel good that what they're submitting is actually getting looked at and checked. So the next thing is if they did add a new condition, um, there's something basic like this, and this would be for the same thing for the symptom. If there's like, remember when they were searching up here, they could do like a new symptom. I think. Let me see, it's right here. So if they wanted to add new symptom, it'd be similar to this page right here. Hold on, let me find it. Um, right there. There would just be something real basic, like what's the name of the new condition or the new symptom. They would put there and then click to submit it, and then we could change it on the back side. I don't really care what they put here, because we have kind of like a way to in the database where it's like cough, and then we talk about the cough, or if it's abdominal pain, and then you talk about the abdominal pain. So, but they could type whatever, and then we could just change it like later on. Is what I was assuming we could do. Symptom edit. So if they added a new condition because they couldn't find it, like this is assuming they clicked here, and then it'd be like, oh, let me add a new condition. And I almost think I want this symptom edit, or I guess this thing right here, above here, so they know what they're adding a condition to, just to keep it kind of like visual for them. And then so then it would be here. So hey, here's the symptom. It's the new condition you added. It's community pneumonia. Reference it. Click to submit. Same thing with the symptom edit for general info. Back here, if they click general info, then we would end up here. And this could say symptom edit general info, but no worries about like little stuff. And then general info, and for the general info like edit, I thought it'd be cool if like whatever is already in there would be in black like this, but then they'd be able to click in here as a text box, sort of thing, and they would be able to type in, and as they typed it just come up like in a bold or in some wild color, so they could see what they're adding and they kind of put it in there, and then they could click to submit it, but they wouldn't be able to delete this stuff per se. Or I don't know, maybe they could delete it, whatever, edit it to what they think, because maybe they think the format of it or the grammar is wrong or whatever, so they could delete it and change it and add different things. But it would still come up in blue, bold, or something like that, so they could know that that's what they submitted, and it'd be easy for us too, in the back end, to see like, oh, they just want to add this. Oh yeah, that makes sense, and then we could accept it, and they could submit after they put a reference. I wanted to make it so they couldn't click submit unless they reference, put something in that reference area. Alright, and then the next is this, the condition page. Same idea. Even from the starting page, if they clicked on I want to search for conditions, and then they can click that, come to this page, they could search for it, it would drop down just like a Google search, the type of thing. And then after they click on it, then you're kind of pulled up. It's almost like a mini Wikipedia style thing where it just like says like, here's the appendicitis, here's general info about this disease or condition, and then these are the symptoms of it. And with the symptoms of it, when they search for conditions, but then I want them to be able to add the symptoms as they see them. Like, oh yeah, I am having that. I am having vomiting. Let me click on that. And then also if they want to see the treatments for appendicitis, and I want them to click. And then once they click for treatments, I'll show you what that looks like later. Alright, so they could click and add symptoms, no big deal. And then for treatments, I thought the best way for them to search for treatments was by searching for the condition that they want treatments for. So, if they have pneumonia and they want to know what the treatments are, and then they search for the condition again. As opposed to searching for actual treatments, because that's almost like Wikipedia style. Like, let me look up, a medicine, or let me look up, like a breathing treatment or something like that. And I thought that was like, we don't even have any treatments really right now, so maybe that would be something we do down the road. So like right now with what we got, I think it's best for them to look at it through the conditions, I guess. And then Oh, and so after the click treatments from the condition right here, after the click treatments, then you come to a page that looks similar to this. And this box right here doesn't have to pop up right away. It could just be these things. And so what I have is I thought it'd be cool if after you click, so if they were in the treatment search area and they search for a condition, and let's say the condition was appendicitis, and then you could look down here and see medications and procedures, herbal therapy, and others for appendicitis. And the number thing right here, Jason, is like kind of like, yeah, I want this to tell how many like entries there are. So like for this one, there's 2 entries, so this number would actually say 2. That way they wouldn't have to like click on all these like separate boxes and try to search for like, you know, if there are, any herbals, they'd be able to see right away, like, oh, there's 0, not even have to click on it. I thought that'd be kind of chill. And that's about it. Will you let me know if it makes sense or if it's kind of confusing? I'm not real nitpicky about some stuff, the visual, how it's set up. I just wanted to look like really basic because this is like the first draft, so nothing fancy, nothing snazzy, it's just kind of chill. And if anything is easier doing it one way or another, just go for that, because it doesn't need to be, some sort of insanely tough website or anything like that. It's just more or less so we can start adding to the database as far as like people that want to contribute is what's more going to be used for right now for like the first phase, and then the second phase we're going to try to see if modifying the website a little bit for users that aren't editing and that don't know too much about like medicine per se, uh, if it could be easier another way. So that's it. Thank you so much, Jason. You take care, bud.